All over social media, we sometimes hear people objecting to the use of the phrase Christ is King, and they take that to be offensive, and others take it to as a term that has been hijacked by some so-called extreme far-right groups or anti-Semitic groups and other folks. For example, Candace Owens, they'll say, well, she's using Christ the King as a slur against the Jewish people. At the end of the day, the phrase Christ is King and King of Kings is a biblical truth. It's a biblical statement. And I don't care who takes that term, and anyone can take any term and abuse it for their own ends. But that doesn't mean that we stop saying Christ is King, because he is King. He is King of Kings. That is a Christian confession. Are we going to tell Muslims, you're not allowed to say Muhammad is a prophet, because that offends me? That sounds very threatening. Of course not. They would never compromise on that statement. So why do Christians think that just because some folks will take that term and they will hijack that term and use it for their own ends, you don't judge a philosophy based on its abuse? And so even when anti-Semites or people who want to basically eradicate people that they find undesirable and so forth, even the enemies of Christ acknowledge he is King. The centurion who saw the way he died on the cross was honest enough to admit that this was the Son of God, this was a righteous man. And even the Roman soldiers in Mark chapter 15, the Roman soldiers that were mocking him and striking him and assaulting him, and when they bowed to him and said, "Hail, King of the Jews," they may have said that in taunt, but in reality, they were actually, unbeknownst to them, they were actually bowing to the true King. And so we need to be firm on this, that if people are going to take phrases and use them for salacious purposes or evil intent, that does not abdicate the right of a Christian to affirm Christ as King. And he is King. And he is King of Kings. And if people find that offensive, well, that's fine, because I find some of their positions offensive, but that doesn't give me the right to silence them. At the end of the day, this is censorship, and any form of censorship and compelled speech is always a dangerous thing. We've seen what it's done in the past. Let's not repeat those mistakes. And so I affirm without compromise, Christ is King, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, the rightful sovereign, whether you recognize him or not.